Oh. Uh, well, this is awkward. Uh, Hare Hare Ra. I have to figure out. Giuseppe, what's good, CK? What's going on? I ain't getting no copyright. That's me. You know, yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? Happy. What is it? 4 in the afternoon, freaks. I know all my UK brethrens are having a great time over here. Hi, it's your boy. Welcome back. I feel like we're picking up where we left off. Just a couple of star-crossed lovers. Maybe. Shit! Spilled my water. Maybe in another life, huh, kids? Maybe in another life. I had to wait for the check to come through before I could do this. They're always like, oh my god. Nissan Dorma. Yeah, you know Taffy. See, Taffy, I love you. I love you, Taff. Little Taffy action. Don't you ever cancel me, Chris the Canadian. So the check came through. That's good. That's nice. Everyone sent it a day. Be jealous, ladies and gentlemen. His best yet. Stupid title. Let me tell you something. My allergies suck, but I have to. Ever since I had to. Anyways, we're not here for that. Drop is 69 here. We're here to talk about Zaharoff's Aurora Borealis, his new hit scent. And what a perfect time to launch this. How you doing, Taffy? Now, listen, I like George, but I also kind of hate him because I love him so much. And George and I, you could say we're friends. I think that's what we are. It's complicated. Anyways, I think George, as his fragrances have evolved, they've gotten better, of course, which I think is a wonderful thing. I just remember not too long ago he had Signature. I remember him sending me his box. Before I even knew who he was, and I was just really impressed. I remember I spat in his box, and I put some of his cream in my mouth, and little did I know at the time that he'd like it. Anyways, friends with Benny's, yeah, friends with Benny Hanna, a little happy hour. So I'm a big Citrine fan. I really love Citrine, and in my opinion, the most underrated in the line. Probably my top five. And I'm not here to talk about Triple X. Triple X sold out. Everyone loved it. There's nothing else to say that hasn't already been said. I'm not here to shill my own scent. But Triple X will always be near and dear. It's like our baby. George and I, they say two men can't have a baby. Well, we did. Two men and a baby. That may trigger people. That's not my intent. But yeah, Triple X is just a real it's a great representation of our love as two males. Platonic relationship. George pretending to be Laura, just giving his box to everyone, of course. So they say. In the words of the Beach Boys, I get around. But so do other people. Anyways, with that being said, when Tobacco came out, it was my number one Zaharoff at the time. And then when Leather Tobacco came out, I was like, oh, daddy, and I was just really happy with the Leather Tobacco, especially here in the Midwest where we had a blizzard on Halloween. I mean, Chris knows what I'm talking about. I loved Leather Tobacco. It was a monster. It was a monster, and it just performed well. It was like a nuke went off, little Oppenheimer action, and that was like the Zaharoff that I wore heavy during the winter. Then he came out with Coco Loco, and I was like, "This is fun. This is a good scent." And then I looked at Citrine, and I'm like, I'm not. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. So a while back, I had the privilege of smelling this fragrance in its early stages, and I really enjoyed it. And I told George, I said, "Listen, babe, this is gonna be a big one. This is gonna be a really big one for you." Um, I said the same thing about Coco Loco. I knew it was gonna be a banger. You never anticipate the reception that something's gonna get. You're always a little nervous, but when I smelled what is now called Aurum, I keep wanting to say anal, but that's for another conversation. Um, Guys, you know me. Um, I'm a slut for gourmands. I love anything gourmand like. I mean, even back when I was a young lad, shout out to the fat girls, of course. Bitches love sweets. I said that in one of my videos. Women love gourmand fragrances. And you don't have to be fat to like sweets either. I hate to offend, but that was a quote that I mentioned, and George. I've been patiently waiting for George to come out with a gourmand fragrance, and I was like, I wonder what a Zaharoff gourmand is going to smell like. So I was a bit reluctant, if you will. I wasn't sure what to expect, and I remember trying it, and I go, this is different than your run of the mill. Most of the offerings that are out there, they're all pretty much the same. They're very heavy, very like one of the first gourmands I ever experienced as a boy was Angel Men. You know, I'm fat and I love sweets. Taffy J realizing that there's a connection, or Taffy J letting us know that there is a connection. We'll leave that up to you, ladies and gentlemen. Taffy J, you're beautiful. Don't ever forget it. Yeah. Well, bread makes you fat. Scott Pilgrim, great line. Um, so I'm letting you guys know right now. I'm gonna call it right now. This fragrance, in my opinion, deserves to win awards. And I told George on the phone earlier. I said I'm gonna sound uh, like like my words have no merit. But listen, this is my favorite of all your scents, of all your offerings. My wife is messaging me. What is she saying? Hold on. What is my wife saying? What is that? Oh my god. Hold on a second, guys. She's sending me some outlandish things. Um, oh my god. We'll save that for another time. Wow. I'm live. I have to remember I'm live. Um, Anyways, I love when Julissa just surprises me. She knows how to keep me going after all these years. Um, I- Anyways, I told George, leather to back is a home run shot to the moon. You're never getting that ball back. It's like when the ball in the Sandlot, Jad, went over the fence, except there's no blind black man. It's just Duncan telling you to get off his lawn. You're never getting the ball back, boys. Taffy saying all the right things to me. If only I was born earlier. There you go. Oh my God, I do apologize for the awful allergies. It's good to see 20 people here. Guys, this is just me as a friend um, showing love from one artist to another. And it's beautiful to see George come so far. I didn't even tell him. He doesn't even know I'm live right now. He's going to be so upset. He has no idea that I'm live right now. I had to sneak behind his back, disrespect him somewhere in time, Jad. Maybe at one point we all were with Taffy J. I don't mean like not like sleeping with Taffy, but maybe like we were all in love. I'm not. I'd last. We have Laura for that. But the girl of the girlfriend of the mafia, of course, the side chick of the mafia. Anyways, I told George earlier today. I'm like this one. This may be your best your best work as of now. And I'm letting you guys know right now that the Aurum, he had the used to be called baklava. George says he hates cannolis. Well, I hate George. And take off my glasses. I look cute today. What the fuck? Anyways, so this isn't your traditional gourmand fragrance. All right, let's start with the box. Amazing presentation. I love the bee. You have an idea. What do bees? What do you associate with bees aside from them stinging your ass? Honey, honey, ladies and gentlemen, keep my honeys out of your fucking mouth. The elixir of the world, so dope. The honeycomb with the Zaharoff presentation. It is always on point. So come on, supply and demand. Work with me. What are you doing? We're back over here now, John. How you doing? Listen, um, such a cool box. And I don't know if you guys were following George, but he, inspiration. You guys remember Candyman? I know Montrese remembers Candyman. Candyman. And gotta wait for that motherfucker to show up. If you say Candyman 3 times, Montrese will show up. Anyways, like I was saying, I told George, I said this may be in my top 5 gourmands of all time. Of all time. That's a big list, ladies and gentlemen. That is a huge list. And he kind of did the Candyman ad inspiration with his face and I thought it was fun. It was very fun. Anyways, look at this amazing presentation. Now this bottle is a 4 fluid ounce and boy is it heavy. I feel like if my essence was in a bottle, this would be it. So we're gonna look inside the box, which to all the ladies in the chat, I do recommend at least once a week. You have the just a nice gold backdrop, kind of like Picture Day, Grade 7. I like boxes. I like presentation. It all starts with a box. You know, some boxes smell worse than others. This one always smells a little nice. And take a look at this for a second. If you're walking by and you see this, what is that? A fucking bee? What am I looking at here? Blondie? Um, the B movie, B plus, B cup, Candyman. Let me show you some crazy shit. How you doing, Adam D? Adam D, how you been, brother? Good to see you. Let me show you something. This is his coolest fucking bottle ever. There is a massive, heavy plate on here. Look at the bee nest. Look at the Zaharoff nest. Guys, look. Look. Look at the cap. Look at the finish. Look at this. He was definitely doing Hannibal. It was, of course, Hannibal Lecter. Hello, Clarice, hello, Montrese, if you will. But 2 movies I associate with bees. And of course, My Girl, young, what's his name? Young Macaulay Culkin gets stung by the bee and he dies. Spoiler alert. Great flick. My Girl. Look, this bottle is so heavy and so thick. Look at how amazing. Look at how much I've already used. Look. This is his coolest bottle. This leather tobacco. Look, just take a look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Now the spoiler alert comes after. I got to keep you on your toes. These big bottles, I don't know. George released a 2 ounce for so long. But I remember the first signature was a 4 ounce. And I'm like, damn. Like this big, bold, strong bottle. Black bold bottle. And it was just really nice. And then I received this. And There we go. Look at that autofocus. Guys, the juice matches the scent. I don't know how familiar you guys are with honey. And I don't mean the hit movie. The damn taffy. The presentation is the bee's knees. Um, Let me walk you guys through this real quick. So the top notes. Now this is an eau de parfum, all right. But I'm gonna tell you what I get right off the bat, just right out of the bottle. Let's go. Let's fuck it. We'll do it live. Let's see the sprayer. Shit. So right out of the top, it says honey absolute, clove bud, and cinnamon bark. You are seduced right on the opening with the honey. The honey kind of touches your inner thigh and lets you know it's about to be a shug night, you know, and it kind of creeps, you know what I mean? A sleep creep. I want you guys to imagine. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see Kevin Hill here. I want you guys to imagine centrifugal force coming into your room as you're sleeping. You just see this massive figure, and you can't really see much, but he's like, "There's somebody there," and that's the honey. The honey's there, and it greets you, and it seduces you, and you go, "This is nice." But right out of the top, it holds no punches. It gets right to the point. It says, "Listen, this is what I have to offer, and you're gonna fucking like it." It's very aggressive. It's very aggressive. Um, you know what? Jonathan does have a wrench, and if you guys want to ruin this, he will regulate. Okay, we don't call him the renegade for nothing. Anyways, so right out of the top, you're getting one of the most beautiful, natural, smelling honeys. And I don't know what honey absolute smell, you know what that is, but honey, it's honey, guys. Um, Clove bud and cinnamon bark. That just sounds like full. That sounds like a comfort scent, something that you want to wear. It's going to generate a buzz. If this fragrance doesn't win any awards, I will be legitimately shocked. I think this is his best work up until now, other than Triple X. But I do think that this is his best work. And I told George, I'm like, man, I think Leather to Back just had to take a back seat. What a perfect time for this to come out, fall and winter. You guys, I I think of gourmands and I think of like Givenchy, Play Intense, right? A lot of us go the designer way. No bias, of course. Um, and I'm letting you know right now, like it's for a honey gourmand fragrance. The heart notes are walnut, creamy coconut milk. Listen, um, almond, Joe Anthony, and fresh hazelnut. Let me read this off to you. Let me read these notes so far. Honey absolute, clove bud, cinnamon bark, walnut, creamy coconut milk, almond, and fresh hazelnut. Guys, that's just the top and in the mid notes. I cannot wait for Julissa to come home. I will make love to her while wearing this. It will happen. Okay? She will bury herself as I bury myself in her. Um, it's not overpowering. It's not. It's very comforting. It's very smooth. That's the greatest word for it is how smooth all of this blends together. It's a treat. It's a full treat for the meat. It's a fall and winter. Captain is punch in the air right now. Yeah, barium aurums exactly. Joey Coloni. Don't ever talk to me like that. Supply and demand. Um, and then the bottom note, of course, shout outs to Dell. Vanilla infusion. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it sounds fun. An infusion of vanilla, George. Really, tonka bean and praline, guys. 5 out of 5. I don't give a shit what you say. I score my fragrances out of 5. 5 out of 5. I don't know what I would change differently from the bottle to the presentation to the scent itself. I have no judgment. I'm trying to think of a criticism. I think all of the notes blend. It's not too thick. It's not too overbearing. It's not going to be headache inducing. It's not going to be a scrubber that makes you feel sick. This may be George's masterpiece. It just, what's that? I gotta shave. This may be George's masterpiece, guys. I feel like I'm talking to the mafia right now. Um, it's so good. Now I applied it around 11. I still smell it. Like on this, I applied it around 11 o'clock. What is it? It's 4:07 right now. Joey Baloney. I don't know if that goes as well as Tony Baloney, but um, yeah, 5 out of 5. CK. I think this is George's best work. It's my favorite of the entire line. It's so different from Coco Loco, but it's what I enjoy. Siren, yeah, yeah, Curly Sense Siren and of the Immortals. I liked. Did I like? I think I liked Siren more. I can't remember. Um, and of course, gourmands and sweets. Bitches love sweets, right, John? Come on, a little sweet action. I really think that just out of the cap, it's good. Just sniffing the cap turns me on. Um, Signature Pour Homme is king. It's. I mean, it's his first launch back, right? Like we're all familiar with this bottle. The Zaharoff bottle design is so strong and bold and classic and timeless. Like you see them on the shelf and you look at them and they intrigue you. They make you want to reach out and touch your face. They make you want to reach out and grab them and just, what does this smell like? What does that smell like? Um, Look at that. Home run, grand slam. This is what happens when you fuck the prom queen, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's like. So I would have wore this on Halloween. This is gonna be my Thanksgiving scent. It's gonna be my Christmas Day scent. Um, this is a very special fragrance. And if you live in a cold climate, I mean, this could be a signature scent. But I really want to wear this when I'm feeling good. You know, this is a special fragrance to me. I'm really happy. I'm really impressed with it. I hope you guys have an opportunity to try it or to buy it. I know George is a dear friend to most of us here, and it's great to support your friends. I think this is his best work. I really would love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Um, Aurum, look at that. Just it's just amazing. From the second Zed creators, my favorite overall was Second Soul. The booziness of the see. That's what's funny. I felt like Brass and Soul was my favorite of the original launch, and Second Soul was good, but I didn't for some reason it wasn't on par with the original. I felt like Ross, the Evening Mystique, was the best of that lineup, and then I really liked Of the Immortals. You know, like I said, I'm a gourmand fan. But I also think John, talking to Jonathan one on one, I think the Siren was the best. Right? It's probably the better of the two. Um, yeah, it didn't click for me, Jed. That's a good way of putting it. But this Aurum clicks, guys. No, I wasn't. I'm not sitting here shilling. I'm still waiting for my check, which hopefully does clear. It'd be nice. But George doesn't know I'm doing this. Don't tell him. He's not here. He hasn't even commented in the chat. He really doesn't know I did this, and he's gonna probably yell at me for doing it. So super shout outs, GZ. What I'm gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm gonna end this. I just wanted to give you a quick half hour first impression, and then I'm gonna go back live. I'm gonna go live because tonight I have a dinner date with the wife, and then we have some events afterwards. So I'm probably not gonna be seeing you until tomorrow. So there's gonna be no stream tonight. I know. What are you doing, Joey? Signature Aurum. Eau de Parfum. You know, his last releases have all been parfums. X, Coca Loco, Citrine, Leather Tobacco, but the signature Aurum is an Eau de Parfum. An early mutant night. I'll try. I'll try for a bit. If it ain't working, I'm pulling out and I'll just entertain. I'll give you a white solo mail stream. Guys, drop a 69, not for me, but for George Zaharoff, and a big congratulations to George on his launch and his release. Zaharoff just loves to release his juices on the masses, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. He's a talented guy. He's making his dreams a reality. 70 minus one. There you go, Kyler Bourne. So scent of the day, scent of the night. Aurum. I really cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this scent. Comment below if you're watching this later on. And this is my favorite Patrick picture. You know, the Mr. Clean one made me a little sad, but this one, even though it's the picture is actually sad because he looks sad, it brings me joy, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever I see a gentleman's journey, it takes me to a place. Love all of your fragrance streams, and I was actually here for it. Yeah, man. I gotta dip my toe back in the water. You know what I mean? Baby steps. And I figured why not do a quick breakdown synopsis. It's definitely richer and deeper than the lab sample that I was able to experience, and I loved that one. So I was pleasantly surprised when I finally smelled the finished product. I said, "Holy shit!" It's better than I remembered, which I think is awesome. So that was just a fast Zaharoff impression. I'm getting people are blowing me up. What's going on here? You know, I almost said that. I almost said that. That's so funny that you wrote that. I almost said that myself. Aurum. Anyways, I will see you guys in like I don't know. Give me 5 minutes, huh? Much love, Cannoli Mafia. Congratulations, George. In the words of Arnold, I'll be back. I don't know. Just whatever. I'll be blocked.